outside of Harvard Yard. I'm so excited. We are about to embark on our second video in the Best of Boston series, concentrated throughout this neighborhood, which is the lovely Cambridge. I remember coming to this place with a group of students from New York City who wanted to be smart and steady here. We were walking right outside here. This was just several years ago. Here we are again in the very fashionable fashionable red brick buildings that are iconic to this area if you haven't been able to tell. Today, we're gonna do a series on brunch. Cambridge brunch is one of the best brunches you can get in Boston. First place we're gonna go to is Cafe Luna. And the second place is called Alden Harlow. This is one of my favorite invested food-themed video topics because who doesn't want to find the best brunch in the area? So, are you excited to join me? We're gonna tour the area, eat a few things, maybe drink some coffee, and we'll have so much fun. Okay, let's go. I'm right outside Cafe Luna. A lot of people love this place. This is a brunch dedicated restaurant. I can't believe I waited so long to eat it. My last video, I kept saying how I just haven't had brunch. Their menu is extensive. 15 to 20 different options for every kind of brunch. Omelets, Benedicts, cakes. They're open 9 to 4, which is an incredible amount of time to make infinitely perfect poached eggs for so many people, which creates so much happiness. And so I'll see you soon. Let's go. This is one of the on the DL recommendations by my cool friend who is my pastor. There's a lot of really hearty, really good experience, big plates, day drinking options if you're into that. This entire back menu is dedicated to day drinking if you want. And this is the perfect time to have brunch. It's like 10:15. I don't have brunch before 11 usually because I don't really get up on the weekends. When we walked in the restaurant itself, it was popping like a jalapeno popper. The volume was insane. So now we're outside. It's really cold and I'm really sad about that. Just 1 month ago, 30 days ago, my friends, I was sitting outside at a Peruvian restaurant in Somerville. Sleeveless, beautiful blue dress, feeling very lavish in the sun, and now I'm really cold. This is what 30 days can do in Boston for you. It's like winter. We'll be warm soon because I ordered a lavender latte. I love lavender. One of my other favorite restaurants, this very wholesome cafe that was named after an alpaca. It's a place that had a lot of great experiences. They have really great green tea, crumpets, pastries. The thing I would always get with the green tea pastries is a lavender latte. And then we're gonna do lobster benedict. I'm definitely a savory person over a sweet person. I'm sorry to you, whoever you are out there, if you are a sweet over savory. I have biases. And after that, I'm getting a pumpkin pecan French toast because we're in the smack dab middle of October. When this video comes out, it'll be the smack dab end of October. So happy Halloween. Have to get pumpkin, right? Pumpkin thins start coming out in like the beginning of August. I'm pretty sure some places started advertising pumpkins in July. It was insane. Anyways, now that it's 3 months later, it's ripe for pumpkin related things. Oh my gosh, I don't regret getting this at all. This is so pretty. Oh, this is gonna save my life. I like it. Oh, that helped a lot. Internal network of my passages got a little stopped up and now they are better. Also, this is gorgeous. Because of COVID, I always expect that they're just gonna give me a medium cardboard paper cup. So when they have like the legit cup, flavor is really good too. It's really sweet, creamy. It's not overly syrupy. Slightest tint of florality. It tastes like a lavender smells like. Oh my gosh, wait. Yee! Oh my gosh, I'm such a fan. Look at how big the lobster is compared to my face. It's a claw. It's like bigger than my thumb. That's great. Ah. And then this is the home fries scattered with parsley. But the claw, look at this claw. I have to eat this like right now. This is my priority. It smells fresh, it looks fresh. Slicing into this, let's see about the yolk. Ooh, look at that yolk here. Look at that yolk. Yo. We're gonna get a little bit of everything. Look at this. Very creamy. The lobster is the first thing I can taste, the meatiness, and the claw is my favorite part. Not too sweet, not too salty, which is a compliment, if you couldn't tell. That's a lot of lobster.
That's because she does a really good amount on it.
Yeah, this is so great. I'm so happy. It feels like more lobster than I've gotten in like a lobster roll. You know those rolls, sometimes I feel like they cheat you, it's like a black market. Like if you like one of these, an entire thing of buttery bread, it's like $30. It's like the same price as this, except there's like 5 times the amount of lobster in this. The lobster is my favorite. I like crab, the lobster is prettier. I grew up with lobsters in Lake Michigan. Look how long this is. It's making me giddy. It feels like a vegetable toothpick. Let's try these home fries. Let's see how crispy they are. I probably did them injustice already waiting so long. I'm going for the hot sauce first. What if I put a piece of lobster on this? Because lobster is good on everything. And then I dipped it in hot sauce. Lobster makes everything taste better. That's so sweet. There's the slightest hint of sweetness. It adds more texture, and I mentioned because the lobster is so soft and this is so crispy, and they're decently seasoned too. It's definitely good. So big fan. This dish is big fan. With some latte is perfect. Perfect combination package for happiness. You have to come here so you can eat lobster. Beautiful. Looks beautiful.
It is so gorgeous. I hope you like it.
Thank you. Wow. It makes me think of like a beautiful cave of food, a volcanic lava pumpkin thing. I'm gonna eat this lake of pumpkin delight. I'm like so bad at this. I'm gonna try like one-handed cutting. Doesn't work, guys. One-handed cutting is overrated. I think I'm just trying to do something that nobody does. Look at that, it's so thick. Gotta dip it in that cream. Definitely get a little bit of whipped cream on there. That was really decadent. Whipped cream, so it's so fluffy. It's like a cloud. It's a cloud in the best way. If you're a sweet person, and if you like anything related to pumpkin, and you like whipped cream on top of things, because whipped cream, like lobster, makes everything better, you would definitely like this a lot. Anything that has pecans in it and as a dessert, I'm really sad for people who don't like it. I'm almost gonna say, I just can't imagine being your friend, but I felt like that was really mean. There's definitely caramel in here. The sugar is actually coating the pecans, like these little crumbles. I'm so afraid of dropping all this on my hair. I got my hair last month, but I already feel like it's the same length again. But yeah, this is good. This is the essence of pumpkin, especially if you get it dipped in the lavish, overwhelming pile of sauce. I would be hard-pressed to find a sweeter breakfast item that tasted better than this. There's a guy who came over and asked us if we needed anything for this.
A few moments ago.
I don't think we need that for this one. Yeah, we don't need any of that. That doesn't go with this. He was so nice. I feel like he must have been at least intimately involved in the process of making this. If he was involved in making this, you are a wonderful person. Only wonderful people can make things that taste like this. It's just like you have a bias psychologically when like people are prettier, you just assume they're better human beings. My version of that is when people make good food, I just assume they're better human beings. That's my psychological bias. I'm sure there's a name for that bias. I'll just call it like good chef bias. I'm sniffling like a rat. To wrap up this experience, first course, lavender latte, second course, lobster benedict, and third course, pumpkin pecan French toast, which by the way, if anyone knows why they call it French toast, I could just Google it, but I've never Googled it. These 3 things, I was not disappointed with any single one of them. My favorite was definitely the lobster because I am a savory person until the end of my life, until the edges of the world. It's just my bias. It was so ridiculous that they gave us so much lobster. People just don't give you lobster that's excessive. This doesn't happen. Just like people aren't default going to make you free food or cover your meal because you look really happy. So it feels abnormal in such an amazing way. And then if you are a sweet over savory person, you probably might have a bias for this pumpkin pecan thing. This is probably the best sweet dish I've had for breakfast for this value and how personable that potential chef was. We live in Boston. Okay, You wouldn't be disappointed trying this. And the lavender latte, you should just have with everything because lavender lattes are amazing. We had a really good experience there. There's still so much left, so I'm gonna eat it now. I'll talk to you guys a little bit at the next place. Okay, so we're inside Alden and Harlow. This is our second brunch place. There's nothing better than having the bulk of all of your gorging the first half of the day. It's like barely noon and I'm already having my second meal. This is so fun. When we first came in, I was eyeing this area, thinking it'd be so cool if we could get seated here. And look, we got seated here. I was here once before with my girlfriends and we were actually seated in this area last time. So it's very nostalgic because it was like more than 4 years ago. And I had the memory that we were actually outside because this is so outside looking. These fake plants are very deceptive. It feels like we're outside among all of the beauty of Mother Nature, but we don't feel any of the side effects. I can finally take off my jacket. So far, this is one of my favorite corners for weekend brunch vibes. In Chinese, you call it qifeng, which is a really nuanced vocabulary term for atmosphere. You can automatically tell the difference in the vibe of this menu versus the other one. It's a lot classier. It's got your one-pager, very minimalistic. I definitely want to try the burger here. The waiter didn't mention the burger, but they say the burger here is one of the best in Boston. So they say that a burger here is one of the best in Boston. You're a burger person, which is pretty much the same as brunch. If you're not a burger person, maybe you're not a food person. Or if you're not a brunch person, then maybe you're not a happiness person. I have strong opinions. It's all with like lots of asterisks. Personalized by Lisa. If you're not a burger person, try more burgers. If you're not a brunch person, try some lobster on your Benedict. So I think I'm gonna try their burger. It's called a secret burger. I didn't ask the waiter why it's called secret, but it sounds exciting because it's limited. He recommended the latkes, which are usually, I think, potato-based. So this one seems like it's squash-based. I don't know, there's the shakshuka, and every time there's shakshuka, I want to taste shakshuka. I don't think I've had a really good shakshuka. I feel like the Trader Joe's shakshuka is better than most shakshukas I've had. When Trader Joe's is better than the ones you've had at the restaurants, you should ask yourself, how many times have I tried it at a restaurant? Thank you. We're gonna start with the burger because this is the famous one. I'm so excited because it's not gonna taste like a wind blew over it this time. It's lots of nice cabbage and stuff. This looks like it's spicy mayo. I think it's like a Cheez-It crisp kind of thing here on top. So crispy. I'm gonna cut this in half. Okay, just kidding. I'm not gonna cut it. Why would you cut a burger? That's terrible. This is how I'm going to eat all of it. I'm definitely dying. Look at this carnage right here. You see that? This is how liquidy and dripping it is. You will not be missing any liquid when you eat this burger. I think you'll kind of wonder how to control it. It's really uncontrollable. This patty, definitely upper range medium, not dry at all, really tender. They've got a nice char on the outside, hearty, well-cooked piece of meat. And the bread is like brioche. It's pretty quality. The lettuce isn't fresh out of the bag from the supermarket. They definitely seasoned and flavored it. And the crisp really tops it off with the texture. It's really creamy, meaty, saturated, oily flavor, but it's a little bit saltier than I'd like. Because the saltiness is up there, I think it does take away from the overall experience of the burger. I appreciate how many chips there are in this, that you can use the residual burger oils to enjoy. See, look, here's the pickle. This pickle is very masterfully thin and sliced. Look at how it waves in the wind. It's very good. It reminds me of like the French place where I got obsessed with the carrots. Oh, this carrot might be my favorite part of this dish. This carrot is so good. This pickle is so good. It's like my favorite part again. This is not the last burger I'm eating, thankfully. I will be doing a burger deep dive in Boston, so stay tuned. This is the latkes. I love how rustic this one looks. It's got a perfect smear. I believe this is pea shoots. Fancy people like to use them very graciously as a topping. And this looks like that yogurt dressing. Let's go in for a one-handed cut. Dip this in the yogurt sauce, top with a bit of the pea shoot thing. Catch one of these pear-looking things. Lots of ingredients smacked up in there. This one's good. This one's good. This one is definitely not too salty. There's a lot more depth to this flavor than the burger. See this? Like, it's really well seasoned. It's really, really, really well seasoned. There's definitely some sweetness there. I wonder if it's just the burnt onion. There's definitely something working with the burnt onion to make it like this. This is kind of like a quiche level of thickness, but it's very herbaceous, fresh, and vegetal. Taste the yogurt by itself. The yogurt kind of reminds me of like a tzatziki sauce. Spiced, mostly yogurt flavor. Really take the freshness and the tartness and the zinginess, but still healthy. That's the key. You would still eat all of this and feel really good about your life. There's a lot going on here. I appreciate it. My favorite things about this, the pear is amazing. I'm pretty sure this is pear. This has got to be pear. I think I just want to eat this pear by itself, like a lot. You know when you take the apples out of apple pie and you get really obsessed with them because they're so good? Yeah, you only ate apple pie because the apples tasted so good. I think this pear is like a fresher version of that. I would eat more of this because of the pear. The pear is really, really, really outstanding. Here we are with our third dish. This is the shakshuka. 3 well-toasted, buttery slices of bread. Very lavish arugula topping. Okay, it looks really good. Let's see if you redeem my shakshuka experience. It's so heavy because of the cast iron. This is like got to be 20 pounds. Okay, like 15. It smells very fresh. Taste this by itself first. Here's the innards. Do you see this? The flaming. Oh, that gooey yolk is really pronounced. All right, let's just eat it. You see the stringy egg. There's corn in there. It's kind of like a deep, cheesy, light cumin flavor. A little bit in need of some salt. I haven't had enough shakshuka to confirm whether or not that's an ideal shakshuka. I think for what I like, I would take a median of the burger saltiness and the shakshuka saltiness and spread it evenly throughout both plates. I think it has potential. I taste the potential, just like my Asian parents said. Remember if I top it with like an herb or something, that would help. That did something very amazing. Whatever this is has both salt and lemon on it. This just made it like 5 times better. One of the things that I've learned in both cooking and in life is that when topped with the right herb, every dish can be either saved or made infinitely better. It's not just a decorative thing. It's not just decorative to put leaves, even if they're fake, around yourself. It's transformative. It changes your life and your experience. I think here, the latkes were definitely my favorite. I don't think I was missing anything in that flavor profile. Like every little element brought out more of the flavor and elevated kind of the overall experience, the texture and the flavor. With the shakshuka and the burger, the seasoning or lack thereof prevents it from evolving to the next level as a Pokemon, which is sad because I really do want to evolve my shakshuka. It sounds like a mystical bird type. I really want it to make it fly, but instead it's just grooming itself by the lake. I think that's how I feel with this dish. I think it's a good dish, and the burger was a good burger, but I wouldn't say it's like the best, outstanding, standalone kind of a dish. This pear, on the other hand, outstanding. The waiter man said that the pear was apples. Oops.
A few moments ago.
This is really good. The spiced pear, this is pear right on top, like a I definitely tasted pear. It's so apple, it tastes like a pear. If you happen upon brunch at Alden and Harlow in this area in Cambridge, highly recommend the latkes. That was like by far, unquestionably my #1 dish. I don't think I've had anything that utilizes squash so novelly and innovatively. The sweet and salty and peppery contrast is one of my favorites. I'll talk more about this in the external room, but until then, I'm gonna finish this because this is my favorite. Alright, so I'm in the Cambridge Common after our brunch food tour of the Cambridge area. Just walking in the neighborhood, every other place offers weekend brunches for at least 5 hours at a time. So if you want brunch, I highly recommend you visit Cambridge, Massachusetts. Not only is it an iconic historical place with lots of really brilliant, elegant statues, but it's really, really ideal for brunch. Look at the 2 places that we went to today, Cafe Luna and Alden and Harlow. I would recommend the food at Cafe Luna, hands down. I found myself ruminating meditating about the lobster Benedict for like the next 2 hours. As I was eating at Alden and Harlow, I was still visualizing the copious lobster. So definitely for the food, that was tops, like tops. One of my favorite brunch places I've had in the entire Boston area and in general in my life, especially if you're someone who likes hearty brunches. Lots of different things to order that will fill you up from top to bottom. Alden and Harlow, if you want to vibe, if you want to bring friends and impress the heck out of them, definitely go to Alden and Harlow. I looked back at the video of the environment that I took. It was stunning. They have got that rustic, modern, chic, vegetal, fake leaf look down. Unfortunately with the food, it's not what I remember in terms of the quality, the taste. A redeeming comment, the waiter recommended the one that was the latke dish out of the 3 we ordered. Next time when I go back there for the food, I'm gonna follow more strictly the recommendations of the staff there. Not everything is created equally on that menu, so you have to very carefully select what you eat. Portion sizes are not so small like the small top of the dishes, but definitely you need more variety to fill up there. If you had an ideal world where you could create the fanciest, most modern, chic, vegetal brunch looking place with the best brunch food, I would be combining Cafe Luna with Alden and Harlow. The environment of Alden and Harlow plus the food of Cafe Luna is what I feel like heaven is gonna be like for me. And I'm really thankful that we went to try both these places today. I recommend both of them for the reasons that I just described. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys very soon. We'll have a lot more food themed items that are very in demand. I'll see you in the next video. But until then, thanks and bye.